What's going on? I'm Swall Dog. I like to build cool stuff. Hey, I'm super stoked on this video because it's been a little time in the making. Moab trip report. I'm gonna jump back over here, but we went to Moab in November of 2021. It's now February of 2022, and I'm finally making this video. It was a blast. It was the first time I had had the buggy down in Moab in a little over 8 years. Last time I had had it down in Moab, June 2013. Super stoked. This is how it went down. I had some work to do, a couple things before we went down. I got my ECM mounted. It has just been sitting zip tied up here. It was zip tied to all these wires for, I don't know, maybe 8 years before that, however long it had been since I had put this motor in. I had to put these seats in it because I had PRP short back seats in here. They were trash. They were bad. The buggy had been sitting outside for years. They were in pretty bad shape. So I had sent them out to PRP 5 to 6 weeks before. I had called them and they said, hey, it takes about 5 to 6 weeks to get them recovered. And we just decided to go for it, to chance it. And they didn't end up making it. Barely though. The week after the Moab trip, the seats showed up. And I was just getting ready to film a video, a recap of my Moab trip last weekend. My PRP seats just showed up. Let's open them up. So these are PRP low backs that I've had 15 years, and they've been good seats, but they got a little hammered when they were sitting out in the weather. Oh boy. Super excited. Oh. Let's take a look here. What do I got? Warning, I get cancer. Came out of California. Hey. Woo! Dang. Those beauties. So I had custom mounts when I put these in. I notched them out pretty good so they would sit super flat. Man, those look good. Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice. Woo. Yeah. Whew. Can't wait to get these things back in. Pretty awesome. I'm pretty stoked on those seats. I still haven't put them in yet. This is, I got them sitting right here. Super stoked on them. So I had to scramble to get some seats happening. Luckily, this is one of my old seats from a long time ago. Luckily, I still had one of these kicking around. Originally, when I built this chassis, I had these seats. Not for very long, though, before I put the PRPs in. But on the driver's side, I actually still had these mounts right here, so I just had to make some mounts and then actually just kind of welded them to the front passenger seat. Luckily, my buddy Braden at Rock Ready 4x4 had an extra sheet. Told me, he's like, listen, I got the seat kicking around. You can have it if you want it. So luckily, we were able to get this. We had to modify the mounts a little bit. We were able to throw this Corbo in with mismatched seat belts. Luckily, we were able to get some seats in. I had to do a new battery mount right in here, and then I didn't even put a tie down on a ratchet strap holding it right there. And then my switches were actually not working. So they had been sitting outside so long. The ignition switch still worked, but the park lights and headlight switches were not working. So I had to replace these switches. These actually are still not working. That one looks like it's still working, but I still need to replace all those. But I had to do that before I went. A couple of other little things. I was gonna give it I checked all the fluids. I was gonna change the oil on it, but I had forgot that I welded this. Couldn't get the oil filter off because that trip 8.5 years ago, my buddy helped me throw this skid plate on real quick, and we just welded it on because I'm actually going to change that oil pan to make this sit flat. When I originally built this chassis, I was running a 400 small block Chev in it, and the oil pan was sitting perfectly flat with this. with the 700 R4 trans. This 5.3 with that truck oil pan sits a lot lower. That's something else we need to do, but we weren't able to change the engine oil. We did do a few other little things. Threw a new air filter on that we had. Checked everything else out. Made sure that it was good. You know, greased everything, made sure everything else was good, topped off the coolant, threw the license plate on. The biggest problem we ran into was the fuel pump. I changed the fuel filter right here before we went, and then after I changed the fuel filter, I couldn't get it to start, and I wasn't getting fuel pressure, so I ended up changing the fuel pump. Fired right up after that, ran real good, and then I ended up changing the fuel pump again down in Moab, and I just ended up, I just fixed that for the, just fixed that and filmed a little video on what I did on that. But what ended up being with that was the when I put the sump on, I did a video on that a couple years ago. When I put the sump on, I put a little RTV silicone around the O-ring because that tank was kind of textured and I didn't want it to leak, and it ended up squeezing onto the inside and kind of breaking down and plugging it up. Then we loaded it up. We took the mega cab with my buddy's gooseneck, put my Jeep on it, and my brother's JK, towed it down. That mega cab actually towed pretty sweet. First time I had towed anything that big with the mega cab, and it towed awesome. Didn't have the power that the second gen has because it's basically stock, but man, it was nice. We got down there, we stayed at a newer hotel called My Place down there in Moab. It's on the left side as you're coming into town from the north, so it'd be on like the east side of the street, kind of up there on the hill. I think it's the very first one after you come over the bridge right there, and that was pretty sweet. Yeah, I got there that night. Can't even remember what we did. We had a great time. The next day we running fins and things. It's the first trail that we did. That was a black.
Give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub, or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bro. Fuck the game up, change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bro. Never stop, don't get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah. You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. I'm always flirting with pain, she like to hurt me and maim. I'm always working to change, but she's still lurking the same. I keep on building the same. Trying to but they hate from inside. They hate themselves in society, so I let them speak quietly. Want my actions speak quietly, they be hiding in privacy with discreet on the irony. To hate someone who's trying to be whatever they would like to be. We all feel the anxiety, we make our own rivalries. Yo, so where is all the positivity? I feel like we all just hate on everything, it's killing me. Thoughts build quick, causing different possibilities. Negative thoughts will cause different disabilities. So do better, work hard under pressure. If you got no time, work smarter than ever. Don't ever let them.
And then after we did fins and things, we headed over to Hell's Revenge, started doing Hell's Revenge, and we got about 10 minutes into Hell's Revenge, went over dump bump, kind of took that left-hand turn a little bit before where the dinosaur track is, and that's when my fuel pump started going out again. That was a bummer, but man, I was still, even though I was changing a fuel pump, I was still having a blast down there in Moab. We took my brother's Jeep down to the parts store Napa there, got a fuel pump, had some lunch, then came back, swapped it out, finished out Hell's Revenge.
Right, because that'd be really hard tomorrow.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. Yo, trying me, but they hate from inside. You see, hate themselves in society, so I let them speak quietly. Want my actions speak quietly. See, they be hiding in privacy with the screen on the eye. And into it, someone who's trying to be whatever they would like to be. Without the anxiety, we make our own rivalries. Yo, so focus on the positivity. I feel like we all just hate on everything, is killing me. Thoughts build quick, causing different possibilities. Negative thoughts will cause different disabilities. So do better, work hard under pressure. If you got no time, work smarter than ever. Don't ever let them tell you that you can't ever say never. And turn your mind into the
Take
truth
that,
to
Razor.
go better.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You know I'm always honest. There ain't no way I'm ever stopping.
I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all.
And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Let's go. Hey. Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night,
And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the news it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I think I'm more nervous than people watching.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is the sun. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
So I've been trying to explain to him some of the downsides of massive failures. I bring illustration.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth. Put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit.
Hey, whoa. Stop. Back up.
This is like this boring. Yeah, it's better like this.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you can get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
And then once we finished Hell's Revenge, went back into town, had some dinner, ate at, it used to be Eddie McStiff's, but they changed the name to something else. We drove the Jeep. That's what I love about down in Moab too, is just driving the Jeep around town. So much fun. The next morning, before we headed out, we started doing the first part of Poison Spider. The Jeep was running great. We actually ran into some pretty cool dudes that were there that we kind of hung with as we were doing the trail.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. Little friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine.
Yes, sir.
I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. I think that the end is deep inside. It's what defines. So I don't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I can leave it on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. Try to keep me down. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, it's your chance to be ruthless. It's your chance to be ruthless. It's your chance to be ruthless. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
They were so cute. They're like, hey, that's like it. And so he likes to say, I'm here, now let's go there.
Good. Got it. Anyways, all in all, it was a great trip. We had a great time. No major issues, obviously, besides the fuel pump, but that's sorted out now. And man, I just can't wait to get back down to Moab and do some more wheeling. If you like this video, if it was entertaining, man, give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. It's stuff I got going on. So until the next one, go build something cool. Later. One last thing I did forget to mention from the Moab trip was all my shocks are leaking now. You can kind of see maybe that they're all starting to leak a little bit, and they all definitely need to be rebuilt. The backs are sitting super low, probably because they're leaking. So if I went too fast, the bump was bottoming out, so that was a bumpy ride. But other than that, it's awesome.